Hey y'all, um, I have some sad news today. Um, Y'all know I'm friends with Vlad and his wife Orange Kitty. Well, Vlad passed away on the 15th at about 3:45 in the afternoon, Mountain Time. I'd like to have a moment of silence in his memory right now if we could. Okay, so Vlad would want us to continue on with our disaster preparedness. Um, that's all he ever wanted to do was help people to get prepared. So, in light of that, I'll show you the last couple of purchases I've made. Right here is the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 in 380 caliber 12 round magazine in this little bitty gun. Um, it is fully loaded. It's less than a pound. Um, as far as an everyday carry goes, yeah, it's a 380, but with 12 round magazine capacity, you know, if you can't get it done with that, then, throw the gun at them and run. So, but I also bought a in the belt holster. It's Sticky brand holsters. They're very tacky on the outside. They stick in your belt, inside your belt line very good, very well. And yeah, it doesn't have a snap or anything, but it holds it pretty well. So that's really not a concern. It's probably not going to fall out of your belt. Um, I'm not going to say definitely not because anything's possible. But for an everyday carry, it's a very good choice. Um, I wouldn't be afraid to carry that anywhere. And as far as home defense goes, I purchased Mossberg 590 Shockwave, um, 12 gauge. They make them in, I think they even make them in 410, but I know they have them in 20 gauge. So if 12 gauge is a little bit too much for you to handle, they've got your size. Um, oh, I forgot to tell you, this was about $400. You can get them, and I think this was about the same. So I didn't buy them at the same time, I did spread it out a little bit. My wife's happy about that. So, she just gave me one of those looks. But anyway, for home defense, this is small enough it fits in my dresser drawer. You know, it's Mossberg's very high quality. I've always been a Remington 870 guy, and they do make the Remington 870 TAC 14. It's a little bit more expensive than this one, but they didn't have any of those in stock. So I went ahead and got the Mossberg. Plus, the Mossberg has ambidextrous safety, whereas the 870 doesn't. So if you're a lefty, that's a lot nicer. I'm an ambidextrous shooter, so it's really not an issue for me. But it is 5 rounds in the magazine. This will hold 3-inch magnums though, so you get a little more power for a little less magazine capacity. But I believe it's 5 2 3/4 or 4 3-inch magnums in the tube and 1 in the chamber. Double aught buck in here for home defense. There ain't a whole lot of aiming going on, but you don't have to aim a whole lot with the shotgun. You just got to get it in about the right area. And if you're using double aught buck, you're golden. Between these two weapons, they have their own purposes. But this, in my opinion, this is even a good truck gun. for defense of your vehicle. Call it home defense while on the road. But as far as everyday carry goes, yeah, this Bodyguard is a really good choice. Now they have two versions of this. They have a thumb safety right here on the other version, and of course mine does not have that, but I'm a Glock guy, so I'm not big on the thumb safeties. Other people are a little more skittish about that than me. They prefer to have an external safety. This has, an internal safety, and then you also have the safety on the trigger. Keep your finger off the trigger, it ain't gonna go bang. So even if you drop it. I know they had that problem with the SIG 320 there for a while. If you dropped it on the back of the slide, it would go off, but they fixed that now, to my understanding, because that's what my wife has, and I wouldn't let her have something that wasn't safe. So, in the world we live in now, everybody should have some kind of safety, and I'm always looking to improve ours, as you should be too. Now, yeah, these two weapons are about $400 a piece, depending, a little more, a little less, where you're at. If you can't afford that, if you're on a tight budget, something like a Maverick Model 88 12 gauge pump, buy that and put you a pistol grip on it for home defense, or don't, keep full stock, whatever your preference is. That's a very good shotgun for home defense purposes. My number one favorite weapon for home defense is a pump shotgun, because I'll tell you, even if you might prefer to not even keep a round in the chamber for home defense, because somebody breaks into your house and they hear that slide action on a shotgun, that has a pucker factor of about 9.8 attached to it when you're on the receiving end. Trust me on that. Anyway, that's all I really got for this evening. I just want to say one last thing, that with Vlad gone, the world is now a lesser place, but heaven is richer for having him. So till next time, I'm not Victoria Curum. Stay safe out there.